Good morning.
That was me, Arun.
Arun, sorry, Arun. Good morning.
All right. It shows me that this meeting is being live streamed and hopefully we are recording as well. Um, so we all good. Uh, Prem, okay to move forward?
Yeah, all good. We are live.
Thank you, Prem, for organizing this meeting. So everyone, please welcome Rajesh Singh. We have okay. Now it says recording in progress. Great. So welcome everyone. Today we've gathered here for a quick and short meeting where we are learning about the experiences of Rajesh Singh. Rajesh comes to us from a dev background initially, who transformed into a cloud engineering slash data role, right? So he's going to talk a little bit about his journey, his experiences, and we will learn about his message that he has for students, any tips he has during the course of his journey. So I guess we'll start with Rajesh. Welcome.
Yeah, hi, hello everyone.
Hello,
Good
Rajesh.
morning. Yeah, hi.
Hopefully, we didn't make you get up too early
No,
on
no,
a weekend.
I'm
All right.
I mean, I wake up early actually, daily.
Fantastic. I think all of people who know Aradhya, they get up early. Anyhow,
Yeah.
so Rajesh, why don't we start by you telling us, this is a free flow kind of a meeting. We always
Mm-hmm.
have we don't plan any script or something. We just have it as a free flow, whatever somebody wants to
Mm-hmm.
share, and then we allow the audience to um, uh, join in and ask their own questions, whatever they want to learn about. So, can you tell us a little bit about your, journey, because you did your engineering and then you worked for a couple of places and you gained quite an experience. So, why don't we start there and then we let it flow as it goes.
Yeah, sure. So I'll start from the beginning. I mean, we'll cover that fast, but yeah, about the career and technical journey, I will take more time in that, so that because that's the relevant thing for others. Yeah. So my name is Rajesh Singh Chandel, and I'm from UP. Uh, that is in Hapur now. That was I mean in Ghaziabad at that time when I was born. Yeah, so I did my schooling from government schools. That is in UP. I maybe most of the people know about that. That was a normal government school. Yeah. So so then I prepared for my entrance exams for J like every engineering student do. So and I got a college that is one of the government college in UP, that is BIET, that is Bundelkhand Institute of Engineering and Technology, that is in Jhansi. That's a government institute. So
Gotcha.
so I did my BTech in computer science from there, and I passed out in 2009. Yeah. So after that, I mean, at that time, to be honest, that was a recession time in 2008 in IT recession due to the American banks. So the jobs were not that open. Uh, I mean, we had to struggle. So it took around 1 year to get a job for me. And then I started as a .NET developer there. And initially, because when you start working, you never know what kind of work you will be given, because you are not choosing, you will get what you have to do. So I used to get a lot of things, like sometime I used to work on Oracle migration, sometime .NET, and sometimes UI, because they test you how good you are in technology, and how you perform in which technology you perform good. So, but yeah, definitely it took around 5 years, and I was not sure that what is my correct profile, because I worked on database, I worked on .NET, UI, so it was diversified but not a focused one. So I spent around 5 years in my first company, and then I switched that. Then I joined a startup company. Then I started working as a BI specialist. Basically, that was the legacy technology SSIS used to be the ETL processes, and I also created their infrastructure on Azure. That time, I first time I interacted with Azure around in 2016, if I correctly remember, and I I was facing challenging because that was the first time, and I had to create an infra. So I was struggling because that was also the initial phase of the Azure. Also, there were a lot of upgrades were coming at that time, and I there is one my friend, who is my childhood friend, who did schooling with me. So I used to discuss my problems with him. I think most of the people who have their childhood friend, they always talk to them when they face any problem or anything in life. So the same way I used to talk to him. So he told me that one of his senior teaches this Azure program. So I thought, okay, I should try that at least, and if it helps me, then I mean that will improve my performance in my company. So then I think it is 2016 or 17 when I joined Aradhya's program, that is Azure Mastery program. And the first time I met Aradhya there at online classes of Azure Mastery program. So yeah, that's how I met him. And later, after learning and implementing my learnings, I learned a lot of things from that program. And that really helped me that time, to be honest, because I was new to Azure. I was learning things. My CTO and my CEO expects me much more from me, and I was losing confidence. And so
So
that was
let
the,
me ask
yeah,
let me
yeah,
ask you this question.
yeah. Tell me.
So you had quite some experience in multiple things. You were there in
Hmm.
BI, dev, and like you said, you did a lot of you took a lot of experiences, and I can understand that there'll be a lot of
Yes.
challenge, especially during 2007, 8, and all.
Hmm.
I do get it. So help me understand, when you
Hmm.
moved from like on-prem technologies to prem, what was the differences you found? Was it easy? Was it tough? And what were the challenges?
Yeah, I will explain everything. So, yeah, I will come to that point. Arun. So, when I worked first time, that was purely on Azure. That time, I created VMs, and I mean there are some web apps, database, SQL databases, passes, virtual networking, and creating the whole. Uh, we call it BCP. I mean business continuity, the disaster recovery. I mean everything, availability sets, and all those things there. So after I got the knowledge of Azure, then I moved to another company from that company, and I joined another MNC. So I can name that at that time, that was Wipro, where I joined as infra. I mean in Azure infra side. So they were doing the same thing. They were moving their legacy SSS platform to cloud at that time, and not even SSS. They were moving the whole legacy infrastructure to cloud. And I mean, there were a lot of VMs and which were running in the on-prem environments. There were SSIS, ETL processes which were written in legacy SSIS technologies. So that was the process when I came into the big pond, you can say. So then I saw and observed many things. So at that time, I realized that that Azure knowledge which I got from Radha, that helped me a lot there, because I knew the concepts at that time. Okay, these are the things now, how these works in a big environment, because that was the big project from Germany, so that I worked on. And yes, so I mean, if you want to know the how deep I went the technically, then I can tell. Otherwise I mean, I don't know how much
No,
level you
I
want me to
right.
explore.
It's basically up to you how much, whatever you want to say, because the listeners, many of them are aspirants and students. So
Hmm.
anything that you share will be of benefit to them. So go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. Okay, okay. So basically, there are different ways when we have the infra to move. So there are several tools provided by Azure. Like when we want to move the storage, then we have the Azure Storage Explorer that helps a lot. And we have the DevOps pipeline through which we can configure our ARM templates, where we can code the infra, we can make changes, we can create several VMs at same time, no need to create them separately. And I mean, that is something infrastructure as a code that I'm talking, because for large projects, we don't create uh, VMs separately. So you use some generic ways so that you can save your time there. So when you move infra, then of course the infrastructure as a code comes into place, and you should have knowledge about some of the uh, that is PowerShell if you understand that, or Python or anything. But yeah, or and JSON also there. So, because now there are templates which are in JSON also. So these are few things that I used there. And yeah, because I moved, and I continued my journey with Azure on Azure only, not just infra, because then I moved ahead. Then I got chance to work on the data factory and moving and creating the whole SSH process in Azure, where I am using the data factory. And slowly, because companies want more flexibility about their infrastructure and the services, so now they're also taking the Databricks into place. So Databricks, we also get this service in Azure, that is Azure Databricks. Yes, so things are moving slowly, but yeah, that is working. But definitely, if you have the knowledge and concept about the Azure services, that will help you at every step of this, I mean, cloud journey or your career journey, because now you will feel more confident about that.
Lot of people ask, I'm wanting to become a full-fledged
Mhm.
cloud engineer, full-fledged architect level guy, and I
Mhm.
want to make money. I mean, those are the two basic things I hear from people, and they want recognition, money, and everything else. And but obviously everybody wants to work for a decent company. So I'm going to ask you, why
Mhm.
can't they learn this one service? Why should they learn? Uh, uh, they always ask, I mean, why should I learn so many services? Is it important?
Yeah.
So,
So
what
okay.
is your answer and even Aradhya's
Mhm.
answer?
Yeah, let me answer this. So when you have the basic understanding first what the cloud is and why it is really required in the industry. First, we were managing and maintaining all the things in on-prem environments, where we used to have a big data center, big servers, and we were running applications on that. I think there are some legacy system, but I don't know about them. But yes, so it took a lot of things to maintain that on-prem data center. Of course, the property, the amount of capital they are investing in that, the servers, and the electricity, the manpower who is managing all that, and the networking part is also a big challenge in that. And yes, of course, the skilled technical people to manage and maintain, and the security, natural disaster, a lot of things. So companies have to invest a lot of capital to maintain their servers on-prem. And when uh, this the solution that cloud brought, okay, now they are providing you everything online on their data center, and it is their responsibility to manage all the technical stuff related to that. They are managing their data centers. You don't need to worry about that. They are I mean, giving you the freedom to scale up or scale down your machines, or the I mean the power or capacity of those infra. And uh, even they are upgrading and evolving so quickly, and I mean a good way, that they are giving you the support for, I think, for every technology that is running around. So they giving upgrade to those technologies, and yes, so we don't need to worry about the infra anymore. We don't need to think about the servers, maintenance, electricity, and all that. Now, when there were, let's say, 50 people were working on the same task, now only 5 people can manage the whole infra. Or I mean, I can say this um, budget friendly now, because we can customize the things on our own requirements. So that's how we are moving from on-prem to cloud now, because that's the requirement at the time. If
Yeah,
you
I understood the part where you said
Mhm.
why cloud is important. So
Yeah,
we got it. Saving money, saving a lot of capital costs.
yeah. So just let me
Custom.
continue. I'm coming to that point. So I was just,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, explaining why we need the infra and why we need the cloud. Basically, not infra. Infra is a specific area of this. So, and when you are entering into the IT industry, you should be technical good, because people will accept you if you have knowledge. That's the point. And for entering, if you have good skill which is in demand, then you have more opportunities, or I mean more options to explore. So when you have knowledge of the different areas like infra, data, or the application development side, or DevOps, then you have multiple choices in your hand. Okay, if the job opening is for infra, then yeah, I can definitely apply for that, because I got the knowledge from Aradhya for the infra side also. If I have the opportunity for application development side, web apps, and there we have a lot of things, APIM, or I mean load balancer. So those are the technical things where we have a lot of things: virtual networks, Azure storage, and data lake storage. So these things comes from the application side. And if you are data engineer, then you be having knowledge of the data factory. And yeah, if it is Databricks, then also good. Otherwise, I would say the Synapse Analytics and Data Factory both are good for the entry, because Databricks becomes more complex and big, that you will get opportunity once you enter into the IT. So if you want to get entry, so you should start with the basic things, because they want that you should have the knowledge of the cloud. That's the basic requirement of the I mean the companies. And then they want to understand, okay, which area you are more confident with. Like if you are good with the infra, you are good with the application development or the database or the DevOps. So they understand that, and then you just go with the flow. You will find your, I mean, your interest, or your the target that you were targeting. I mean, whatever you were thinking. Okay, I'm good with the database. I want to go with the data services, Azure data engineer profile. Okay, then they will recognize. Okay, you are interested in that. Then they will, I mean, of course, give you those kind of projects and tasks that will take you towards your interest. So if you have,
So
yeah,
basically, you're trying to say that once I learn multiple services, there
mhm,
could be multiple areas
correct.
depending upon interest that I can apply, right?
Yes. So let's say,
Got
for
it.
example, if you have just data knowledge, right? You have Azure SQL and data warehouses and data factory, for example, or Azure Synapse. But opening is coming from infra side or on application development side, then you will feel less confident, and you will think, okay, what, I mean, it could have been better if I also, I mean, give my time or studied the infra part, then this opportunity could be best fit for me. Then, because to make multiple opportunities for ourselves, we learn many things, and this is the rule in IT. If you have multiple skills in you, so you can be fit in any project and any skill set. So that helps you to explore and be relevant according to the industry requirements. So it is always it is always a good thing that you learn multiple things, you're ready for everything.
Got
So
you.
yeah.
Understood. So one of the things that is new aspirants always ask is,
Mhm.
okay, I want to enter in this field. what will be the prerequisite? Should I know, because a lot of people have very strange ideas. Some people say, should I know SQL? Should I know Python? Should I know XYZ before even joining this
Mhm.
course? What is the basic knowledge I
Mhm.
should have before I can start this course?
Okay, okay. Yeah, let me answer this. And this is a very good question because when I started my career, I also had these questions in my mind, and these, takes a lot of time in thinking, thinking. So the answer is when you want to start your career as just want to get entry into this IT industry. So it is not really necessary that you know everything at very first. First, you need to gain knowledge. And if I talk about the cloud, or because there are a lot of cloud providers in the industry, Google, Amazon, Azure, and lot of. But Azure seems to be familiar because we always work with the Windows environments, and we are familiar with their terminology. So Azure, because I also worked on AWS project once for 6 months, but I felt that Azure is more convenient. There are more openings on Azure than AWS and the Google Cloud or Oracle Cloud. So the
Okay,
first thing, Azure Cloud, which I found is more easy to learn first, and there are more openings. So there are win-win situation for Azure. And
got you.
yeah, second thing, you learn first Azure at least, and the cloud terminologies and how things are working in cloud. Why do we need cloud? How many types of services cloud is providing? For example, infrastructure and platform as a service, and software as a service is another part that will, maybe you don't need to work on that because only large companies work on some products for the SaaS services. So we don't need to worry about the SaaS at the moment. We need to as infrastructure as a service and platform as a service. Mostly you will use the platform as a service when you go to the application development side or DevOps or something. But if you are in infra, then you need to understand the infrastructure as a service. So you will learn this in this program, Azure Mastery program, because you will uh, you will learn about how the infra is built and how the application are developed. Once you get the idea how things are working, then you can start. For example, you are going to the database background, for example, and you are started learning the Azure Synapse or Data Factory and Azure SQL, how these are working. Okay, then you will slowly learn the SQL first. That the first step in going into the database direction. And I tell you, learning SQL is very fun. I mean, because that is very interesting when you put the DDL statement or DML statement. So, for example, you want to see some data, you just simply write select star or select some column names from the table that is there. If you, I mean, if table is not there, you of course you want to be have it there, so you will create those database design first. Say create table name, and so you will provide all the column names with their data types and if those need to be null or not null. For example, I'm giving you some technical idea. So we create the schema first, and then we insert data into. Those are very simple steps, like insert into this table and delete from this table, update to this table. So SQL is very easy. You don't need to be having knowledge about it. It's always good to have if you learn technologies, but for learning crowd and entering into IT industry, no, it is not really necessary to start this program. The
Got you.
better you start, I mean, it will always benefit you. But if you always waiting, okay, I should have this, then I will go cloud. If I have
So
this, then it will. No, it is always not a good idea. You just start first. That's the idea, and you will get to know, and you will explore the different doors or opportunities.
So
You will go.
apart from doing the class, when you were
Mm-hmm,
studying, when you were working, because now
mm-hmm,
you have a lot of experience in the working with TCS and all,
mm-hmm,
but
mm-hmm.
while you were studying this, how much did you practice every day? Like, or within a week,
Uh,
how did you have to do you have to spend like many hours, 4 5 hours every day, or
yeah.
less hours every day?
Okay, got your question, and that is also good question. So I would answer this. it depends on your interest. First of all, how keen you are to get a new job, or you want to learn this cloud thing, because everything starts with you. Nobody can feed you always with the spoon and you just eat and sleep. No, first you have to show your interest. You have to be that keen to learn and get your hands dirty with the more technical stuff in the cloud. So let me talk about myself. When I started this and when I was learning this, so I was so keen and interested to learn, because I wanted to apply, that was my case, the same things into my project. So I spent hours after my office working hours. I used to, because I had the free account at that time, to create many services. Even sometimes that was my sleep last night. I know it took 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. in the night. I was doing, okay, I stuck here. No, let me solve. I will not sleep until I fix this, for example. So it totally depends how interested you are to learn and to give the wings to your career. So basically, I can
So,
say it is like Red Bull. The cloud gives you wings to fly. Seriously.
got you.
Yeah.
Understood. So when you were studying, and let's say it's night and you have a doubt, because every time we are studying, we are not perfect, right? Nobody is
Yes.
perfect.
Yes. Yes.
So whenever you had doubts and questions, how were they sorted out?
Okay. So usually when I started my journey with this, so I first of all, when you get stuck, you always go to the Google. Okay, Google, tell me this. Okay, if Google is not, you are not understanding, because not always you get the correct answer in according to your language perspective. Okay, if they are telling it straightforward, then you will understand. If they are telling it very in a complex way, then you feel it difficult. So what I used to do, I used to note down all of my questions in a notepad or in an Excel. Okay, these are my questions, and I note them in a detailed way. Okay, these are the points that I will, understand more. So when I go to the next class, then I always put time in front of Aradhya. Okay, Aradhya, I'm having confusion. Can you please help me to find these solutions for these questions? Because uh, once I'm stuck, then I will not move forward until I get my doubts clear, because that's the point where I will get the clarity and will move
Got you.
forward. Otherwise, it will be very difficult. You will always get, you know, uh, stuck in your previous thoughts. Okay, that was not solved yet, and they are teaching the new topic that will, jumble you, kind of.
Got you. So there's one more question which people ask. After we
Mm,
finish the studies and we
mm,
start applying for jobs, so
mhm.
some people use Naukri, some people use LinkedIn. What in your case? What was? I mean, I think you were already working at that time, so it might be different. But if you are if you are asked which portal works better in your experience, in your particular case, which one would you
Mhm.
choose? Naukri or LinkedIn
Uh, I
or
tried with
both?
many. First, when I was looking up just after my BTech, so I tried many platforms because I was desperate to get a job, to be honest. So I tried Times Job, Monster, Naukri, and even LinkedIn. But finally, which I found fruitful is first is a Naukri, for sure. You can't go without Naukri.com. The
Okay.
second one comes with the LinkedIn. The better you make your profile, you may be noticed by different HR recruiters for companies. But
Hmm.
I mean, I would say Naukri is the first, because in
So in
Naukri.com,
your case,
yeah,
you had better experience with Naukri. Got you.
yes, yes. And the third point is, if you have more references, your contacts in IT, if there is any opportunity, they may call you.
Got you. Uh, and another question which is on my list, which somebody
Mhm,
provided to me is, um, when you start work, sorry, when you appear for the interviews,
mhm.
typically for cloud related positions, how many rounds of interviews are there? For example, in Wipro or TCS, or take any MNC example, right? How many rounds are there, and which which area do they ask the most about?
Yeah, okay. And it was generally the similar for me in my case when I used to appear for the interview. So it generally took 3 rounds for first one is the pure technical, where you have to show your technical understanding about the cloud, about different technologies, how good you are, how proficient you are, and yeah, so the first one is the technical. Second one goes to the managerial person who is the project lead something, and he asks about the expertise or your knowledge or understanding about the different domains. For example, if they are in the travel domain, they will ask you about some questions related to, okay, how familiar you are with the travel industry, and they may ask a different scenario. Basically, they want to understand how do you think actually in a practical behavioral way. And
Okay,
sometimes this becomes combined with the HR. HR sometimes ask these questions, but I got a managerial, and the third one is the HR round when you do the salary negotiations, your certificates, and all those.
got you. And so depending upon the role, there'll be different questions. So when you appeared for interviews, did you think that you were prepared enough for the interview? Because I think the answer is yes, but I just want to hear it from you, because I mean that you got
Uh,
through tests is your achievement anyways.
so getting interview clear and getting the job is not that straightforward. I will not say any sugar coated things. It take time sometime. You go to the interview, they will ask you questions, and around 60 or 70% of those. And if the interviewer is satisfied with your answers, then he may go for the next step, right? And if he thinks no, some of the answers you gave are not to the point, or you are just moving around the things, so he will not accept you. But the best part of this is you get the questions, that what kind of questions are being asked in the interviews by different people. You collect them, you explore them, you again clear your doubts, and prepare the answers for them. You also understand that okay, this is the question and this is asked, but it also referring to different areas, right? You also prepare the related areas of that question, and that helps to be more confident when you go to the next interview. Then
Hmm.
maybe those, if those questions repeats, then you become more confident, you answer them, you satisfy them. And if still
So
there is an
basically
possibility
we have
that
to
they ask, yeah,
yeah, we have to keep trying at times, even if we don't
yes, yes, yeah,
succeed
yeah,
the first time. We don't have to be dejected. We have to keep trying.
yes. And it is always my experience that in the first time you rarely get the job. It always takes two, three, or five interviews, because you get to know more and more questions, and what are their expectations, what they want from you. And
Right.
so you prepare according to that. So it's a gradual process. You learn, increase your knowledge, and you be more confident, and you get the job.
So at this point, what I would like to do is we've had a warm up with you. We asked a lot
Mhm,
of questions. I would
mhm.
like to open it up to the audience.
So
So,
first,
audience members, this is your chance where you can read questions from. Either you can unmute yourself and speak, or Aradhya or Prem can speak for you. They will read
yeah,
the questions from the chat box and ask one by one. So please go
sure.
ahead.
So one thing, guys, I wanted to highlight here, Rajesh. If you see the knowledge he has is very much diversified. So sometimes he was working. I mean, for a few years he was working as a developer, software engineer. He was working as a admin also. He was working as an architect and data platform engineer also, and now he is ready for the leadership role. So why one person is fit for all the type of profiles? It is possible because of the diversified knowledge. So the knowledge he has is very much diversified. He has very good understanding and exposure of engineering services, data services, security services, infrastructure services, and many other type of services, including automation. So if I'm talking about Azure Mastery Program, in Azure Mastery Program, candidates are getting opportunity to learn diversified list of the services. So it's not related to infrastructure. The program is related to infrastructure, platform, SaaS, security, automation, and many others. If you check the curriculum here, I have shared my screen. Is it visible to all of you?
Yes, Aradhya, it
Okay.
is.
If you see here, we are starting from fundamental. From very beginning, we are starting. Then we are moving ahead with the storage account, which is one of the very big topic. Under it, there 6 or 7 type of services are covered, like data lake storage, file storage, disk storage, queue storage, table storage, blob storage, and many other type of. So plus, then after it, networking, then security, infrastructure, bastion, availability set, availability zone, skill set, fleet, NSG, NIC, IP address, disk, load balancer, application gateway, firewall, DNS. So these are the infrastructure and security. Then after it, PaaS services. For example, the second service was storage account. That is also PaaS-based service, which is used by data engineer, data scientist, and by software engineer. Then after it, monitoring, cost optimization, backup and recovery service vault, app service and app service plan, app service environment, Azure function, logic app, service bus, API management, database, DevOps board, Defender, policy, automation, and many more. So here in this Azure mastery, candidates are not getting opportunity to learn only basics. They are not getting opportunity to learn only infrastructure. They are getting opportunity to learn diversified list of the services where the total number of service is 40, which is very big in number. After this course, this is the reason after this course, most of the people are fit for any type of profiles. For example, if you're working as a DBA, suppose already you're working as a DBA, after it, in case you want to move towards the administration side, you can. Or sometimes after certain time, what people are not very much comfortable, they don't want to write the code. If you don't want to write the code, then what you can do, you can go with the low code or no code type of code. Just pick up any of the stream where you no need to write the code. Or if you're already working as software engineers, what you are planning to move toward the data side, okay, you can. Or you are working toward the data platform. Now you want to return back to the DBA side or administrator side, you can. So after this, wherever you want, you can create your own journey. Best example is Rajesh. Initially, he was working as a developer. Then after some time, again he started working as a cloud admin, then again developer, then again data cloud data platform. So if you see here, whatever and automation, he is working on automation side also. So it means doesn't matter what is your background, doesn't matter what your current skill. In case you want to diversify, you can very easily you can diversify your skill set on the basis of this program. Another example is, if you have, suppose uh, you are good in data platform, or maybe you are good in admin side. What if there's no project in your organization related to your stream? So there'll be one option, you have to quit the job, or there'll be layoff. But if your knowledge is diversified, okay, maybe administration side I don't have. So what I can do, my knowledge is diversified. I'll pick up another project, data side, or maybe analytics side, security side, automation side. So if your knowledge is diversified, if you have the good understanding of the multiple services, very easily you can survive. And same thing happened with the Rajesh also. In his career, he was also struggling. For a long time, he was struggling, but because of the diversified knowledge, very easily he was able to survive in a market.
I want to add one point here, Aradhya. That's I think there are more services you have added to the, I mean, list, because at that time there were few less. I mean, not too much, but yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, so I want to say in the IT industry is moving towards cloud because they don't want to dependent more on the Azure, or sorry, the on-prem data centers, because that is costing them a lot, and there are a lot of factors. So they all are moving to cloud, whether it is a Google, AWS, or Azure, doesn't matter. But cloud concepts are same across the platforms. So you have this is a must now. You have to be familiar with the cloud technologies. Otherwise, it's very hard to enter into the IT because everyone is working now on cloud because they don't want to continue with the on-prem legacy data centers or servers. So it becomes the need of the. Or if I don't have this cloud, otherwise I would have been laid off very early. Otherwise, you don't
Got
have
you.
any choice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. And I loved how Arda said you can shape your own journey because there are so many. I think last time Arda was showing me a list where there were 145 plus types of opportunities. So let's say one of the sector you are not interested in, you can go to the next one or the next one. There are 145 different type of opportunities. So that gave me a lot of confidence in this comprehensive program. This is
Yeah.
very comprehensive and very hands on.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. One more benefit I just want to say here. The opportunities are endless. First of all, the second part, you also get the opportunity to work from the remote locations, maybe work from home. Because if I correctly remember, it's been around 5 years. I did not go to office.
wow, lucky you.
I'm still at home and doing my stuff from home because everything is on cloud. You don't need to worry about the physical infrastructure and about the
Got you,
maintenance.
got you.
So you
Yeah.
are doing everything here.
Yeah, organizations
Yeah,
are putting pressure, but you can manage.
I'm
Guys,
able to
so
manage at this point.
I want to hear from the audience specifically. So, guys, I wanted to ask any kind of questions. Aradhya is here, Rajesh is here. This is your time, guys. We do these seminars not for ourselves, but we do it for you so that you have the opportunity to meet practicing professionals, ask them questions, whatever kind of doubts you have. So, who wants to go first? Vikas, Vaishnavi?
Yes, yeah, hello, hello everyone.
Yeah,
Hi,
Vikas.
Vikas.
Yeah, thanks, Rajesh. Thanks the insight you have shared with the team. I would like to introduce myself in a very short notice. Currently, I'm based in UK. I have
Mm,
a 18 plus experience in on a multiple domain. I was born in a small town, Rohtang in Haryana.
mm,
I've done my schooling from Sonipat, then did my masters in BTech in 2006. Then I moved to UK to do my masters. I've started my professional life when got selected in the British Army. I've served for 6 years, been to Afghanistan for operational tour, and in 2012 I've decided to move into a corporate sector. So then I've joined the Fujitsu. So in the last couple of years, I've worked with many multinational companies around the globe, in Europe and in the UK. Currently, I'm running my own startup, which is a cybersecurity one, where we are offering the services like VAPT, uh, GRC, and GDPR, DPO, CISO, all those things. And along on this side, my background is a DevOps engineer for many years. So currently I'm managing some clients. It's a national critical infrastructure clients in the UK and the Europe. And I'm very thankful for this opportunity because normally I'm not spending much time on WhatsApp, but I've seen the notification. Then I said there might be we can meet some youth, young crowd. Then we can share some of our experience because yes, the
Excellent.
cloud is a wonderful opportunity. And it shouldn't be take long. Within 6 months, anyone from any background easily get into it as long as get the right mentor in place and you are 100% dedicated to learn without watching the clock. And there's a lot
Uh,
of opportunities. You can achieve all your dreams in a short time. uh, Nothing is been possible these days. And these
gotcha.
clouds, the clouds is more about, when you pass your driving license, getting the license, the rest, the cloud services are the model of the car. So as long as
Gotcha.
you know the basics, how things are driving in the market. And I think there was another discuss has been happened regarding the leadership. Yes, to become a good leader, we need to know about the ground level work. Some of us we don't like leadership roles. We are happy with the technical side, but end of the day, yeah, technical is a good when we are young. But real businesses they are drive through the revenue. And if you really want to make some money in the future, you need to be think about the leadership. The sooner you bring those quality into your role, the sooner you will achieve all your goals.
So thank you for all these thoughts, and they're right on spot. I mean, you summarized it very well. Now let's give a chance to Tabassum, Shravan, Satendra, Vaishnavi. Please go ahead and ask a question. Bhardwaj, whatever comes to your mind, you can ask from
Sir,
Rajesh or Arja.
Shravan here, Mr. Rajesh, are you on the line?
Yeah, I'm here.
Just we hear so many things like it's little get confused.
Mhm.
We see AWS like AW or AWS or Azure. We see AWS data engineer kind of network kind of thing, solution architect, developer architect. So you see
Mhm.
whole big picture. Like
Yeah.
so, if in this context, like if you want to filter out, like what are the three or four junior paths someone can try who wants to go into
Give me,
this cloud.
give me 1 minute, Aradhya. Sorry, Rajesh, on this. Give me 1 minute. So, just to give you a background, guys, Shravan is an excellent lecturer in Bangalore, and he's been teaching Java for many years in his college, and he wants to help all his students. So, in Sanjay's seminar, we were having a conversation where we wanted Aradhya to kind of find a time in January when the semester exams end, and Ardha can take a seminar for a virtual seminar for all the students where he can talk about the basic careers and something about cloud and why it is important. So
That will
that's
be
separate.
helpful.
Yeah. So
Even
the we'll
even if not students, even I also want to know, sir, because always
got you.
knowledge is something where we have to develop.
Correct.
Yeah.
So Aradhya, that is a conversation. I don't know whether we updated you or not, but that's a conversation we want to have separately with you. But if you both have some basic level answer to this question at a high level for now, because we don't want to take all the time to discuss all the different opportunities because we have many opportunities.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's have
No,
a
very
high level
bird's
answer.
eye, because some even I get the doubt. Some also ask, sir, we have some say, sir, in AWS for the basic is cloud practitioner, sir. We have other kind of things like for some certifications for data, some for AI, some for security, something called AWS DevOps, something called SysOps. So, yeah, like how we can categorize as per the role in from on all these things. That is the
Yeah.
point that are suitable for entry people who are passed out.
So
Yeah.
I'd like
Okay.
Rajesh to go first, and then we'll also have
Mhm.
comments from Aradhya.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, let me explain from my perspective. So, I mean, what I went through these different technologies, let's say AWS and Azure. So, first of all, I want to say that sorry, my fault. That the cloud concepts are similar. Whatever the cloud platform it is, AWS, GCP, Azure, or Oracle Cloud, anywhere, because they cannot change the cloud concept. The only difference comes in they have the same service with different name, with a slightly one or two features less or more. That's the only
Okay.
point. For example,
Okay.
in Azure, it is Azure Storage, and
Okay.
you say it in AWS S3 bucket, for example.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so the name are different, but the services are same. Maybe one or two features they are having different UI,
Yeah. Yeah.
but the overall, I mean, functionality that is same. You don't find any difference because I also worked on the AWS also, so I can differentiate that part.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Okay. And regarding the roles, like what are the various roles available? Like
Yeah.
if we
So
categorize.
yeah. So actually, market, especially in the cloud, there are multiple rules are available. So list I have shared in the chat here. I have shared my screen. So if you see here, after this code, for example, after this Azure Mastery program, whatever the different type of rules candidates are
Okay.
targeting. So if you check in market, actually more than 100 type of rules are available. But here
Uh-huh.
I have listed around 50 rules. For
Oh.
example, if your experience is suppose greater than 10 to 12 year, maybe somewhere
Uh-huh.
between
So you can
12 to
target at the
20.
junior level because that is
No, no,
only the.
from entry level to architect level.
Oh,
In
okay.
fact,
Okay.
up to leadership level. For leadership role also, cloud is
Oh,
mandatory.
Okay.
Reason, if a person who is planning to work as a VP or EVP, DGM director,
Okay.
what they will discuss with the customer if they don't know the cloud. So
Uh-huh.
sometimes they have, and for them it is mandatory to understand the varieties of
Okay.
functionalities, features, or services offered by cloud
Uh-huh.
providers. So
Uh-huh.
after this, lots of people are getting opportunity as a architect, like cloud architect, solution architect, infrastructure architect, network architect, cloud storage architect, or you can try to achieve cloud engineer role like cloud engineer, infrastructure code engineer, migration engineer, optimization engineer,
Okay.
multi-cloud engineer. Multiple profiles are available in administration side also. Multiple profiles are available under DevOps role. Similarly, if you're planning, if you're more interested toward the security part, so just forget everything and these are the some of the roles available.
So if
So,
suppose I opt for cloud security role, just I have to focus on the security certifications, leaving about all the DevOps, SysOps, and all other kind of things, data roles, data engineer, AWS data, and all that. So only whatever is relevant to security, I mean, I need to
so
focus. Is it right?
So what Microsoft saying your knowledge must be diversified. If
Uh-huh.
your knowledge is diversified, then after it, in case you want to do specialization in particular segment, you can. Otherwise, if you're learning one, two, or three security services, so
Uh-huh.
you cannot deal with the customers, you cannot deal with the projects. Region in one project, maybe 10 services are used. In other project, 20 different services are used. In third
Oh,
project, maybe three services are used. So if you are familiar with the two services or three services, how you will deal in real-time situation? So the recommendation is to go with the diversified list of the services so that very easily you can deal with your customers and very
oh,
easily you can survive. Where
okay.
where this Azure Mastery program come into the picture, if you see here, we are covering 40 services. There's no SS course available in market where such huge number of services are covered practically with architecture designing. So
Okay.
even for the architecture, there's a certification available. What you
Okay.
can do, either you can buy the certificate or you can clear the certificate.
Okay.
But no one is going to teach you how to design the solution. There is
Okay.
no
Okay.
solution, means you can write the certification, but how to design the solution, there's no such codes available, especially
Okay.
how to draw the solution. So in this case, we are covering the architecture also in the live session. So architecture,
Okay.
practical implementation, both are in the live session.
Okay.
Apart from this, in case anyone is more interested in support role, so here cloud support role is mostly is a technical role. So
Okay.
cloud in support like L1 cloud, L1, L2, L3, L4 engineers are available. That is also similarly if anyone who is from development background, maybe Java, Python, .NET, or many
Okay.
other technologies you're working on, in case
Okay.
you use, you can. So these are the some of the 50 roles I have listed here, and this is
Oh,
not the final one.
nice. Nice.
Apart from these 50, there are many other type of roles are available.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you
Yeah,
got it.
yeah. So Shravan will be Aradhya. I did not get a chance to discuss with Aradhya, but he can make himself available to speak to your
Today.
college
Okay, sir.
virtually whenever after SEM, right?
Okay, sir.
So we'll make some time and discuss different kind of opportunities both in data side and the cloud side. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Vaishnavi or Tabassum or other people, Bhardwaj, please go ahead and ask your questions. Apuraj, Ayush.
Mm. Hi, Arun. I just wanted to add on to what Aradhya said in answer to Shravan's question. Just yesterday, I was working with Azure databases, and the customer had an application issue. And because I was able to deal with the concepts that Aradhya spoke about in class, there were issues with the load balancer.
Okay.
They were talking about network related issue. I was able to address all those, and it's I just wanted to say that it is very important that you have the knowledge about the dependent services and the entire infrastructure, even if you don't directly work with them, because um, when you're in the Azure ecosystem, you will have to deal with issues that is not just persistent with your tech or with what you're specialized in. So when you're someone who can address the other services and other issues, you
Yeah.
become, let's say, indispensable.
Yeah, your feedback is thank you for that feedback, and it is very consistent with what I've been hearing. That people they don't learn for the sake of learning. They are able to apply it in situations. They are able to understand their colleagues, their bosses much more better, and they're able to provide solutions. So that's the best when you're able to apply your knowledge in regular situations in the at office. I keep hearing that about others classes.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions, guys? Keep going with questions because I want to make sure whatever little time we have left, we can cover as many questions as you have.
This mastering, what certifications does it cover? I mean, all the topics like we have in AW 900, 100, so many certifications are there. Can I just give some? I mean, can some insight can be.
After Azure Mastery, you can clear multiple certification. For example, 900, 104, 204, and 305. So these are the 4 certification you can target after it.
In fact, Aradhya students, even from non-IT, they have nothing to do with IT. They came from marketing background, other backgrounds, and these people have cleared certifications. I think last week only, was it last week or 1.5 weeks back, Aradhya, when Namrata had cleared her AZ 104 and she came from completely non-IT background.
Oh, great. I think 900 and 100 are basic, if I'm right.
Yeah,
900 is
89
the
and 10 is
fundamental.
fundamentals.
900 is the fundamental.
Yeah.
So in case you want to get the brochure, I'll suggest you guys to access the cloudvista360.com. Under here, we have the Azure Mastery. Here, you'll get the detailed curriculum plus the brochure is available here. You can directly download.
404 also we can clear with this training.
No.
Only 900, 100, and 104.
No. 305, 204, 104, and 900. 4 certifications. So let me show you here. In case you want to clear the certification, these are some of the certification you can target. 900, Azure Admin, 104, Azure Developer, 204, and 305.
Okay.
So in case you want to get the details, I'll suggest you guys to access
that is good.
360.
Yeah.
So this is the website.
Yeah, sure. Just don't.
Okay. And in case you want to connect with me, so
Okay.
I think you already have, most of you already have my number. Directly, you can call me over the phone or WhatsApp.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll connect with Sanjay
How much
and you.
is fees? Can I mean, like the fee structure for this?
Okay.
Like we have to pay in one thing only.
Yeah.
Like maybe if 2 times little
For
more also, that could be easy for
Indian
some
student,
people.
if anyone who is from India or from Indian origin, for them the fee is 23,600. For international students, it's a $350.
Okay.
So most people they pay up in one installment, but for certain students who are who have difficulty, Ardha is able to arrange an installment plan for them. So it's a case to case basis discussion. Anybody else having any other question, guys? Because I see a lot of comments in the chat box, but
And
you
to
don't have to be
practice
shy.
this, we have if we have a 6 GB system with i3 processor, is it enough? And do we need any things
No, it will work. It's enough.
And we don't need any credit card or anything like that.
Credit card is required to create a subscription.
Okay, I
Reason
don't.
is so you have to
Very
arrange a
small
credit
employee.
card. You have to
No,
arrange.
there are many ways. There's a
Correct.
separate discussion we'll do with you.
Correct.
There are ways to create virtual credit cards.
Okay.
There are 2 or 3 ways. There's a video which
Okay.
Aradhya made on it, so he can guide you on how it is done. So that problem is not a big problem to have. Vaishnavi, any questions from your end? I can see comments from people saying it was very good and all, but
1035. 35.
nobody nobody's. I want people to speak up when we have guests present and when we have Aradhya in the house. Please ask her question because later on I get a lot of messages saying I couldn't cover this or I couldn't cover that. So this is your chance, guys.
I want to know in speak a very nice thing, but we hear this cloud is not good for social society because all the data centers consume a lot of power and water and all. It's not a good thing. Like it degrades our environment. Can you share anything on that? We hear that this data centers are not good for the environment because the power, water, and it's a very big.
Even so I would say huge population,
Uh-huh.
infrastructure, technology is also good, not good for the environment. From the environment point of
I
view,
mean, some
nothing
activists
is
are
good.
fighting in USA. That's why they shifted all the data centers to here, India, and other places.
Yeah, I think that's a whole different debate
100 okay.
on the forum. There are good sides to it, there are bad sides to it. As long as it is balanced and the government does something and people also realize
Can
something.
anyone tell about this thing? Like we hear words like on-premise and cloud premise. So what is the difference if someone tells on-premise and other way? I mean, couldn't understand. I hear this in many conference and other thing on-premise. Still, I am not. I don't know on-premise and other word
Uh,
they use some.
yeah, Sarwan, I try to explain it. For example, on-prem is nothing but the physical data centers that one company is owning
Uh-huh.
for itself. So, for
Uh-huh.
example, I'm a small company. I have 50 people or 100 people to work with my company, and I am running my application. So, I will have another room in office where I will
Oh,
manage my
got it.
all the servers. And
Uh-huh.
physically, they are running. They are taking electricity. One guy will sit there. The AC will
Yeah, like
always
our
on.
system
Yes,
admin room in
yes,
our college.
correct. So those things are placed by the cloud. Now you don't need to keep that room and that all those stuff. You are just taking the
So now
benefits
on-premise
from
is
cloud.
down the
Yeah,
graph. No one is using
correct.
on-premise.
Yeah, mostly now all are moving to cloud.
Okay, okay.
Okay, guys, I have a
99
few.
99% companies have already moved to cloud. Arda, can you simplify this for if there are
Uh,
some any
yeah,
Correct.
basic students listening to it?
Correct.
Okay.
Radhya,
Yeah.
need one moment
Now,
here. Actually, I have few minutes left. I have another appointment with the doctor. So just I will leave in 5 minutes, but I just want to give my I mean, final thing. So the first is, I mean, cloud. You learn cloud. You just try for the new opportunity, and it is not always necessary that you get that in first or second time. Sometimes it takes more, but yeah, definitely there are opportunities in the market on cloud,
Uh,
and this boosts your I mean chances of getting a new job
right.
easy
And
other
a
than other
small,
technology. Yeah.
yeah, small doubt. Like we in BTech, students learn so many curriculum subjects. From those
Mhm.
curriculum subjects, what curriculum subjects can really help them if they're down the lane they're shifting to cloud? We have so many subjects like Java, C, Python, database, data warehouse, computer
Uh,
networks, operating
correct.
system, all
Let me
this.
answer
So
that.
if
So,
really a
Shravan,
student wants to be a
mhm.
pista in some kind of subject, what subjects that are really that can help them in cloud career?
Yeah, when you are in college, you learn more things because they want to develop your understanding about the programming or technical things.
Yeah.
So, let's say if you are familiar with one of the language, let's say it is C, C++,
Uh-huh.
Java, or
Okay.
you get the
Uh-huh.
basics of the programming knowledge, how the class,
Okay, okay. In
variables,
cloud, which
these
language
are
is
things.
most used in cloud? Which language is the most used? I mean,
Uh,
the most for
Basically,
any
it is
programming things.
it
We have
is
Python, Bash, so many things, PowerShell, XYZ.
yes. So it depends on the profile you choose. If you are going in admin, you should be having good with the PowerShell or Python is also good. If
Uh-huh.
you are in a database side, SQL, and the Python is also there for database. And if you are in the development side, then you should be good with the .NET and
Okay.
these things. And DevOps, you should be having good with the JSON also, I think. And biceps, there are many new technologies evolving now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So thank you, Rajesh, for being here, and I don't want to hold you for your appointment. So if there are any other questions that people have, we'll have Aradhya helping us and taking the rest of the questions. But thank you so much for being here, Rajesh, and it
Thank
was
you
very
very
Yes,
much,
nice
yes.
sir.
meeting
Yeah.
you. We will
One last
probably, yeah, yeah. Please,
suggestion.
please.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One last
I
suggestion.
was going to ask you what was your last suggestion, or what is
Yes,
the?
yes.
I mean, you gave a lot of tips. What is the one tip which is the most important tip you want to give?
Yes. So the last tip, and that should be with everyone. When you are learning cloud and you are going to any company, so make yourself prepare for at least one certificate, that is AG 900. We call it Azure Fundamentals. If you show them, then they will come to know, okay, you have knowledge of this, right? That is the certificate that you have the knowledge, for example. So just get ready for all the services, because you need to know all the services for Azure fundamentals, and that is the very basic. So go for AG 900. AG 900, just finishing this course, and it will benefit you more than anything for getting a new
Oh,
job.
okay.
Gotcha,
Yeah,
Oh, very
yeah.
nice.
gotcha.
Okay, guys,
Thank you.
it's a nice interaction with
Rajesh, I will
all
just
you.
ping you. I have some doubts on cyber security also because I am in cyber security department only. So I'll just ping you.
Sure.
Uh, okay,
Yeah,
let's see.
Aradhya will be able to
Arad-
take most of the questions for you.
Yeah.
yes, yes. So Radha, maybe you will help
Sure,
Shravan.
sure, Rajesh.
So
Sure.
yeah, thank you very much, guys.
Okay, thank you,
I
Rajesh.
like it,
Thank
and
you.
yeah, see you.
Thank you.
Bye.
So meanwhile, who all is Ayush has raised his hand, I think. So I think Ayush, go ahead and ask your question, please.
Yes, Arun sir. So I want to ask that with respect to the interview processes, in case of the data field, they ask us about end-to-end project and what were the activities used. So if we are covering these many services, so how can we tackle that question?
I think you ask a wonderful question because typically, like if somebody is coming from Excel or Power BI background, they ask you about, you are right in saying they ask about the challenge action results of the project. So, Adya, can you help sharing what kind of questions are asked in cloud kind of interviews? I know that you have come out with a great book for people, and can you also show your book on the
Yeah,
screen, which you have helped to help come up to prepare the students about?
yeah. So on Cloud Vista website under download, we have a book available. It's the
Okay.
Ultimate Azure Mastery Zero to Hero Interview Guide.
Okay.
So what you guys can do, just download it.
For sure.
Here, this is the version 1.0 which is released. Version 2.0 will be available from next month. And here, top is service-wise, like from storage account, whatever the possible question into us asking or they may ask are available here. It's not a theory. It's like key differentiator. What is the use case, key feature, when to use LRS, and when to use the other type. Means if
Oh,
we have
so many
multiple type,
kind of things.
we have here you'll get thousands of questions. Means from every topic, whatever the possible questions are, almost everything I have mentioned here. Version 2.0, in version 2.0, there'll be only use cases, and solutioning.
Yeah.
So if you see here, like if you're planning to go with the LRS, locally attendance storage, so here we don't have the zone feature available. Here you'll get 3 copy, and this is the lowest in cost, low in cost with the basic feature. If you're planning to go with the ZRS, this is high availability, 3 copy. We have zone feature available, regional features are not available.
So, based upon different types of services, you have
Correct,
prepared a list of questions that people can see interviewers asking them.
correct.
And this guide is in addition to your classes and hands on, this is an additional place where you can go and practice. And you also do mock sessions and interviews with people, right?
Yep, yep.
Alrighty. So, does that answer your question, Ayush, at a basic level?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So instead of talking about the projects, you talk about the services, different kind of questions, and the use cases. They might ask you scenario-based questions on those kind of things.
I have one small doubt here. This we hear
Okay.
DevOps and Azure DevOps. So what is the difference between these both? Like we hear DevOps, normal DevOps, बोले तो ये रहता क्या रहता वो. We hear the buzzwords like Ansible, Jenkins, GitHub, Terraform, all this, and we hear something called Azure DevOps. So what is the difference between these both this kind of thing?
So there are two type of DevOps available. One is open source DevOps. Over there, you have to learn multiple technologies or multiple tools, which is
Uh-huh.
time consuming and it's not so simple. But
Uh-huh.
if I'm talking about the Azure DevOps, so here everything is integrated as a service under the same basket. Means under the
Oh.
same portal, things are
Uh-huh.
available as a service and integration is very easy.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Got it.
All right. Vaishnavi, Vaishnavi.
Hello. Good morning, Arun sir. Good morning, Aradhya. This is Bharat. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. Okay. Thank
Can
you.
you go mute?
Okay. I think. Okay. What is my doubt is, I think this course will give a settled career in cloud up to 5 to 7 or 10 years. Am I right?
So this course is for everyone, whether you're going to start your career as a fresher or your experience is maybe 15 or 20 years. This is for everyone.
Uh, what I am saying is settled career, like 5 to 10 years, like only in cloud based career.
I think a person is asking like the shell life of this knowledge. Can it be called five? At least we can manage our life with for
No,
5 years with this,
no,
or
no,
right?
no.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
endless.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So see, cloud is future. So on cloud is future next, I'm assuming next 2 decades, very easily survival on the basis of cloud is possible. The region nowadays AI, everywhere people are talking about the cloud, data, and AI. And if you see this current situation of the AI, which is not very good, most of the projects, around 95 to 96 projects, which is based on the AI, are failed in failed state. Even my last project was also in failed state. That was based on the AI. So what will be the future of AI? We don't know. But one thing we are very much sure, the future of cloud is very bright. The region
You
now,
know, Aradhya, I feel like saying, let's for a moment get away from IT. If we are talking about driving as a skill, most of us learned how to drive a bicycle, then a scooter, then a car or whatever. Now, in the last 20 years, all that has changed is different types of. Earlier, there used to be Premier Padmini and Ambassador. Then the floodgates opened up and lot many other varieties of car came. Foreign cars also started coming. Automatic cars started coming with all the features. So in the reason I'm giving this simplified example is only some features are added, but the base concept of cloud is going to remain the same. The services will remain, all the services will remain. They will only get better. That's it'll things will become more productive with the cloud. So they may come up with additional services. That's all, or they might combine services in a certain way, uh, right?
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah, I too agree because everywhere cloud. Because in Hyderabad itself, Microsoft is building a very big data center.
Exactly. Yeah. 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 True. Very true. Um, Vaishnavi, you were saying something. I think I've taken your name 5 times now. Please speak up.
Hey, hi, Rajesh. Hi, Arun. Good morning. This is Dinesh.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Aradhya, I have a doubt here. So, if you want to go for for example, if you have a 4 years or 5 years of experience, so how much years of experience to get a calls like 3 plus or 4 plus? Because so most of the interviews they will ask around like a 3 plus years or 4 plus years. So that's what particularly how many years? What is the grace that one to
I
have to
also
get the calls? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I also have a small query on that. Like with this thing, We can be any consultant, like just maybe for 2 3 hours gigs. We can have like 3 4 hours gigs or 2 3 hours gigs some on some freelance platforms or any other way like that. From like let us say some small SME or MSc, I be there with whatever this knowledge you have given. With that kind of stuff, we can build some small gig income with that. Is it possible? Can you share light on that part?
Okay. So, so there are two questions. One is to get the call. What
Okay.
is the expectation from organization? So nowadays, I tell you one thing. If when AI launched or when the cloud launched, I remember in 2010 Microsoft Azure launched. In 2011, I thought to go for the interview.
Okay.
I mean, in job portal, it was written 5 year experience required in the cloud. Means
Oh,
last year Azure cloud launched, and they are expecting 5 year of experience. So okay, so it happened, but in real time situation currently, if you're planning to go for the opportunity, expectation is like at least 2 year minimum 2 year experience required.
okay.
After this course, you can claim that you are working on cloud since last 3 to 4 years. Even if anyone
Okay.
who is already working since last 5 plus year in cloud computing,
Oh,
they don't know,
that's a
even they
hands up
don't know 50%
information.
of the content which I'm covering here.
Oh,
So very easily you can prove yourself after this course that you are working since last 5 year, and industry is expecting 2 to 3 year experience.
okay. About the freelance things, let us
On
say
freelance,
I don't want to
there are
work
lots of
on
freelance
just
portals are
every day.
available. You can try. They are not going to check whatever they will. There's no verification. There's no documentation. What you can do, you can try from your side. If you have the knowledge, you can easily get the opportunity. If you don't have the knowledge, you'll not get anything.
But your this thing is all suitable for that kind of work to be
Of
done.
course, this is suitable for everything. If you're just learning for the knowledge, you're learning for the opportunity, or you're learning to start your own organization or freelance, this is suitable for all.
Yeah,
Hi,
many
Aradhya.
people. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So let's say I have a very niche experience in Azure and I'm looking to expand my skills in Azure. And my organization, let's say they are very keen on compartmentalizing and there is no cross-functional teams there. And I'm taking this course. And you know how interviews are. They ask for specific scenarios. They ask for specific organizational size that you've worked with, your clients. They ask all these specifics with respect to your experience in working. So I take these courses on multiple Azure services and I learn about them. How do I translate them when I'm answering questions in the interview? Hello. Hello.
Okay, sorry, there was a disconnect from my side. Could
No,
you
sorry.
repeat your
Yeah, go ahead.
question? Could you repeat your question, Hanshini?
Okay. Let's say I have a very niche experience in cloud and it is restricted to just one or two services. And I did not have the opportunity in my organization to work in across multiple teams, and there's a lot of knowledge gatekeeping, and I'm taking this course and I'm introduced to all these variety of Azure services and how they function and work, and I have all this knowledge, and I'm also working on projects. Now from the interview perspective, they ask about specific experiences, they ask about the clients that you worked with, they ask about the scale of the projects that you worked with. How do I answer those with if my experience doesn't directly map to client experience,
Okay,
client projects.
okay. Suppose earlier you were working as a cloud admin, right? But you have knowledge of some security services also. So here cloud services are very closely they are internally integrated. So if anyone who is going to prepare for such type of opportunity, they are learning multiple services and they're preparing for all. The reason since day one you don't know what type of opportunity you will get. Maybe you'll get opportunity to work as a cloud security engineer. So it doesn't mean that you will not prepare for others. You will prepare with the other services also. So example is Rajesh. Earlier he was working as a .NET developer. Later in later stages he got opportunity to work as a cloud admin, cloud security engineer, and automation engineer. So he was preparing for everything.
Yeah,
And
people will hire you for your knowledge, and some people what they do is they try to work with XYZ place as an intern. For example, some people worked a little bit with Aradhya. So once you have a little bit of internship and and a knowledge of these services, you apply against a certain position and they will have a typical description, and it's not tough to get in.
yeah. So another example, suppose you're already working as a data engineer. Now you are planning to move toward the data science role. So what you have to do, whatever the knowledge you have, that's very good. Just explore some few services available. For example, suppose machine learning, AML. Azure machine learning is available in Azure ecosystem since last 10 plus years. So just go and explore one service and prepare for it. If you're going to work as a data scientist, doesn't mean that you will not use the other services. You have to use the other
It's
Azure services.
I'll go back to one word that Arda said before. This is a field where you can plan your own journey depending upon what background or stream you're coming from. So, for example, in your case, Vaishnavi, you've done a lot of data science as well. So, the example that Aradha gave was perfect, where you can utilize services of those kinds and see how where it takes you. Because the labels and titles will keep on changing, but the knowledge that you have will be applied here or there.
Okay. I understand what you're saying, Arun. Say I am someone who needs leadership. I want someone to direct me in a certain way. All these opportunities, all these number of certifications, they are pretty overwhelming, and there are multiple roles under the same name. So, can I expect that level of guidance, direction from this course or from Aradhya?
Short answer,
And from
yes.
COE?
You not only have Aradhya, but the power of entire global COE with you. So yes, we'll guide you at each step. But the first step, you are at the first step where, if somebody is at the first step where they are learning, right now is the time to focus on those labs and those exercises that you're doing. And at the right time, we'll come up with all kinds of guidance about the market, opportunities, and whatnot. So we have a whole global career services devoted to it.
Thank you. That's what I want to know.
Okay, guys, it's time to wrap up. We have a couple minutes for any last questions you may have. Otherwise, it's time to wrap up. We've been on for a long time, but it doesn't mean that you cannot write to us in the group. So we have Aradha's group about which he has mentioned in his. I think he has posted in the chat box as well. So please join the group, and you can always reach out to Aradha and ask any additional questions you may have. But I do have time to take one last question. Anyone wants to go last? If not, thank you all for being here. We are done today. And Aradha, you have a course starting. Can you share the date with us? For
Yeah,
because
yeah.
people who are listening to the recording or who may have joined us
Yeah.
late may not be aware of when this course is starting.
Yeah, so classes will start from next Saturday, which is 6th of December 2025. This is the batch number 84. The timing of the batch will be morning time, India morning time, 8 to 11 a.m. IST, which will be evening or night for US candidates.
Gotcha. Thank you so much, Aradhya, for being here. And
Mm.
I see a lot of wonderful students from you, both on the IT side and the non-IT side. And actually, I'm very, very surprised that people from non-IT side are even more enthusiastic. And they come with 10x the energy.
Yeah,
And especially this girl, Namrata, she has become outstanding. I mean, she cleared those certifications with a lot of ease because she was able to apply her knowledge. And And the funny thing is, she was doing multiple things at the time. She was very busy, and in spite of that, I think it's to do with the focus and regular attendance.
Yeah.
I also see students like Dr. Jain, who owns a management institute in Jaipur, and when I tried to check the attendance of people, I was surprised to see that he had 100% attendance, because I think that's what makes the difference. Your hunger for knowledge, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So thank you again, everyone, for being here. We will see you soon.
Okay, thank you,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Bye bye, everyone.